Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's October 24th and we're doing a fig orchard update. And I'm kind of in the middle of it because I forgot to turn my mic on, which is common. But anyway, I've got a couple of figs. They are small because of the heat. These are Marcellus Black VS. And they ought to be pretty tasty. I give my camera woman one so she can taste it. And I'm going to taste this and see how this tastes. It's good and wake me up this morning. A lot of flavor in the mouth. It is a tasty fig. Now I can't tell you. Now I have another one that's here, but it's not quite ready. And you can normally tell. Sometimes they droop. Depends on how they're hung on there, but sometimes they might not if they're resting on a limb or something like that. But they should feel good and soft. With this heat, we're having a hard time with size, as you could tell how small those were. In fact, some of the plants are actually dropping their fruit because they're worried about, I guess, surviving. We kind of look around here and see. Now I'm not going to go through varieties today. I'm just really going to go through the fruit situation. We'll get a few more of these dead limbs as they get bigger. We'll get them out of there, and I'll take an occasional weed right now, but if it's climbing up in there. Some of these, they're big plants, and I thought they were getting ready to set some fruit in the last video. Now I think this is probably a Black Mission. Yes it is, and I still don't see fruit setting on it. It's growing, but it ain't setting fruit. And a lot of these varieties I'm not familiar with whether they set a breva crop and not a main crop, or which way. So we're just going to go through and we're going to keep looking. Now this one here, which is my SFA, and I'm not sure what variety this is because it didn't set figs last year. This got a couple on there for this year, so maybe I can make a determination of actually what fig variety that is. I think if I was depending on my figs this year, I would be starving. This one here is a brown turkey, Granny's brown turkey, and it's setting a lot of figs now. They're all small, but it looks like it's going to put on a pretty good crop. This one has set them a little bit earlier, and they're quite a bit bigger. They just ain't got to the size to where they're ripe yet. Now I did eat a few figs in between. We got grasshopper deciding to eat on the fig, and we don't need no grasshoppers out here. I'm sorry. See down here what we've got. With this LSU Gold, and we don't see anything yet. These are actually hanging in pretty good because we've had for the past month, we might have got 1 or 2 days it was 96, 98 degrees, but most of these, and you can tell by how toasty the leaves are, they have been having a hard time with this weather. This is engineered. It's uncommon, but you get what you get. This Chicago Hardy is almost, it's I'm thinking it's getting close. Now you can tell how dry it is here. Even the we have some gopher mounds here, but they won't. They're not. They're so dry that I can't trap them. And normally this would be the time where I'd want to catch them, and it's just not happening. Now some of these we could use some weeding. We got some kind of beetle there. We'll just knock him off. But we're not doing too good as far as finding figs. It's not ripe ones anyway. This definitely I need to get down here and get the grass. This was cleaned up a little bit. Now this one on the end, this was one that we put in. This is an Italian everbearing, and it's been setting figs. Now the other Italian everbearing I've actually got some off of. This one's got one that's really looking right. It's not quite. It's got a few days left, but it's definitely getting there. And some of these, like these emerald strawberries, I still don't have any setting fruit now. This Italian 258, now this has a fig here, but this fig is dry and it's not going to be any good. We'll go ahead and open it up, but it's really tough. It's dry. Well, we're not going to open it up. But we do have some forming down here, and these are getting real close. And you can see the ants are coming. I need to come down here with some diatomaceous earth and spray, because it takes me a long time. This one about to fall off. Takes me a long time to clean these up, getting the ants out of them. Now, over here, this is another Italian 258. And this one here looks like it's ready. And its eye isn't open like the other. Now, this one's still got a ways to go. But the easiest way to keep from having a problem is dust these figs off. Now you can see these ants on this fig. They are just they've just eaten it up. So you know, I can't say how sad that is that you have fruit that you can't get from the ants. But like I say, some diatomaceous earth will take care of that. I'll come down here today and do those ants in. My yellow long neck is it's putting on plenty, but they're not getting nowhere close to ripe. More figs, more small figs, more. There's plenty of figs coming on. Now some of these plants, this one here is really getting stressed. Hopefully the heat will slow down, and we'll get some now. This is an open eye, and it looks like something's been messing with it. That's a SFA. So, but they're having a rough time. Yes, lots of. That's black Madeira there. This is a Cadota, and it's working at it. Now this is a Peter's honey, and these are They are kind of small for Peter's honey. They're still not ripe, but they're not going to get very big. I'm almost for certain of that. Let's see, this one here is starting to get soft. It can go a few more days. A lot of black Madeira is running around there. We're going to get rid of that leaf. This is a Texas Everberry. They've got some fruit. They just aren't doing that well. Like I say, a lot of this has got to do with the weather, and hopefully we'll start cooling down a little bit so these can actually increase in size. And while we're down here, we still haven't got any blooms on our hibiscus here. I'm sure it should be, but it just isn't. And let's see, we'll go down here. Got plenty of LSU Gold figs there, but none ripe. You know, and this is way into August, you know, the last week in August, and we should be eating a lot of figs right now, and it just ain't happened. They're getting there, they're trying. My brown turkey that's up closer to the house, it has dropped it. Looks like we've lost this Desert King here. It started coming back, but it just, now this Olympian, it's got a lot of figs, had a lot of figs, but it's just having a problem getting them up to size and ripening them. And this is the last row. I've got set up to put in one more. We have figs there. That's another Black Mission, but they just aren't ripe. And this is really stressing off on that side. These leaves are definitely getting crispied up. It is setting some figs off of this side, but it looks like that one's we're gonna lose a few more figs on that Black Mission, and then a few more on this one. But as you can see, when you're down here in the south, and you never know because the skies are getting aerosol sprayed all the time. We're not getting the rain. Of course, we got 10% chance today, 20 tomorrow, 20 the next. But it's just going to be a slim chance that we get any. So I've been running this water. I wouldn't say non-stop, but it's moist today. I run it yesterday. I've been trying to run it every other day. That way I don't overdo them, but they're just having a hard time. I know some of the rest of you probably are. And I'm doing this video so that you'll see you're not the only one struggling. There's a lot of us going to be struggling with our crops. But we can always hope for better. And I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. Hope you got a little bit of information. And of course, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all so you'll get notifications. And enjoy that gardening experience. Even if it's hot, just get out there and enjoy it.